Hi there, I'm Edward Jern. Welcome back to Stairways to Lanakila. Today we make some changes on our teams. We start featuring a new team, and this team is constructed by Cantonas from Japan. And basically, this team has got a top 4 results in a very renowned offline tournaments in Japan, Tokyo. So this team is kind of interesting, and I would like to thank Cantona for lending this team to me. So as usual, if you think this video is interesting and entertaining, please feel free to give me a like and subscribe to this channels. So on the other hand, you could find some of the new change in this background. You could see at the left lower corners I had a new Oshawott logos, the Mijimaro logos. This is drawn by my friend, which is Final Fantasy. He came from Hong Kong. He also plays, but he often plays singles instead of the VGC or doubles. Anyway, so we are jumping into our first match of this team, and we will see our opponents have the Mantis, Tapu Fini, Oranguru, the bugs that I couldn't name it, Toko, and also Tapu Leles. So this team should be a team that utilize the Mantis abilities of a physical solar beam. So I think I can comfortably lead with Arcanine to slow whatever he's going to do. Even his trick rooms, even in his trick rooms environment, I can still do a lot of damage here. And Gigalith, I will put it in the back as support. What should I do? Yeah, I think Tapu Lele is still a very good choice here. Put Gigalith at the back, I guess. Yeah, I would stick with the Katanas because other than the Toko, it has the resistance of almost all of his Pokemons. Yeah. Right, a very ugly avatar. So doing this. So the female character is doing that JoJo pose, wearing blue sunglasses. Alright, I cannot take that. So I lead with the very casual Arcanine and Tapu Lele against my opponents Tapu Lele and Oranguru. So we shall see which of us starts up the ability first. So Intimidate fires off, simply doing nothing to my opponents, and my Tapu Lele goes first, so the psychic field is activated. So shall we? Yeah, I guess that his Oranguru goes strictly for the trick rooms here. So and I don't know if my Tapu Lele would have a severe, he would target into my Tapu Lele or Arcanine or not. But anyways, now should able to slow it down here, and I will switch into the Gigalith on the Tapu Lele slots here. Yeah, in case he activates the trick rooms, I still have the options of rock slides and heavy slams. In case I didn't use the trick room, I still have Snarls to slow his teams down. So Snarls connects, and both of my opponents' special attackers has reduced. The special attack is reduced one stage, but we shall see a very large amount of damage coming from Tapu Lele. Presumably, he is slow variations, but heavily invested in the special attacks, which is kind of rare. But anyway, this is the situations that we need to face. Those 4 rounds of trick rooms here, and Gigalith is my weapons. Definitely is my weapons. So if it switch outs, yeah, I need to preserve my Arcanines here. Yeah, because it's a great contest against his Torkoals, and on the other hand, I would do a heavy slam onto his Tapu Lele. Yeah, I guess it would knock it out anyway. Alright, no switch outs from my opponents. So my Arcanines use a protect, and no protect from the Tapu Lele. How much did FS Slams can do? Oh, it's knocked out. So the Oranguru using a Psychic onto the Gigalith, doing a small amount of damage, but every damage matters. Chip damage would eventually help you, but we shall see a Torkoal switch, I think. So Torkoal is coming in. So switching the weather back to the sun, he has the options of using the Solar Beam directly onto my Gigalith. But still kind of like the Arcanine positions here. Maybe I try to state my Arcanine here. I don't think he would do eruptions here. Solar Beam is very likely to happen. Actually, I need my Katana at this moment because, yeah, his last Pokemon is definitely Tapu Fini. So Katana should be useful here, and I will switch out my Gigalith back. Of course, I can play a little bit conservatively by using, but we do see the eruptions here. Alright, so it's able to knock out my Arcanines, and probably we will see an Instruct. No, but the Psychic goes out, so shouldn't knock out my Tapu Lele's here. So the Weather Wall, yeah, I won the Weather Walls here, but it's not over yet. So altogether there are still 2 turns of Trick Rooms left, and I guess I can just use a Rock Slide first to do as much damage as possible. And the Tapu Lele, I can... yeah, I will switch into my Katanas here. Maybe next turn? Yeah, next turn would be a better choice. Alright, my Tapu Lele will stay and do a protect here. So the Gigalith indeed holds the items of the Hard Rod. Hard Rod is very easy to obtain by the Festival Passer or from the Vacation Village, I forgot his name. But we do see the Flamethrowers coming from the Torkoals, but Rock Slide connects. So doing a lot of damage onto Torkoals. Not able to knock it off, but quite sure that... yeah, I'm pretty sure that it can knock off if next Rock Slide connects. So I still want to preserve my Katanas at the back, and I don't want it to receive any damage. Yeah, I guess I would just use... I would put my Ace on the field and use another Protect. Yeah, that should be the best bet. Alright, but he's withdrawing his Torkoals here. So Tapu Fini comes in as unexpected. So in case his Psychic is going to target onto my Lele, alright, we shall see. So Psychic is going onto Tapu Lele, and it connects. No, but it still hangs around, but the Sandstorm knocks out my Lele. Yeah, but this is definitely one of the best positions I can have because my Katanas directly threatens to his Tapu Finis here, and of course next turns I would stop him from using the trick rooms, so I would just use a heavy slam onto the Oranguru and an easy lift blade onto the Tapu Fini. So whether you switch out or using the trick rooms, that should be the game. Unless the Tapu Fini is heavily invested in some kind of defense or something, yeah. But Tapu Fini is a special attacker and the Sandstorm should help the Galefs to survive any unusual attacks from it. Yeah, sometimes you need to anticipate which Pokemon stills at the back of the opponent so as to preserve what's on the back. But my opponent is switching out his Tapu Fini into Torkoals, so the Leaf Blade with that massive damage should do around 20%, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. But the Heavy Slam comes out, and yep, stopping the Oranguru from using the Trick Rooms. So, after several first turns of Trick Room, I can ensure that my Torkoal is in the his Torkoal is indeed lower than my Gigalith, so I can launch attacks onto the Torkoal easily. But at the same time, because Rock Slide is 90% accuracy, so I guess I need to use the Katana's attack onto the Torkoal first. But of course I can protect in the first turn. Now I just use a Sacred Sword onto the Torkoals here. Not sure about the damage, but my opponent's is forfeiting. So this is a very handy team because the cores of the Katanas, yeah, Katanas usually sticks with Arcanines and Tapu Finis, and yeah, one of the famous players in USA, Aaron Trader, one of the best players that I've ever met with, say that this core is called AFK because the initials of the three Pokemons that the core has Arcanines, yeah, Fini, and the Katanas comprise with AFK. Alright. But on the other hand, I think that the core really does well if Arcanines and Katana is also combined together. So this team's yeah, but you can see that this team heavily utilized physical attackers. So I need to put another yeah, not me, but Cantona put in other Pokemons here, the bravery to mitigate the effect of the intimidate. But we shall see our next opponents from the Japan's Omega Ruby, and his team has the Marowak, Garchomp, Politoed, Pheromosa, Tapu Lele, and also the Muk here. So it would be a good choice. It would be very comfortable if I can set up the trick rooms easily. But on the other hand, now it just goes towards the Arcanines here. But shall I stick towards the trick rooms here? Alright, I would use Arcanines, Polito, Polito is on the other hand, on the other side. So Arcanine, Polygon 2, Gigalith. And there's the question that should I use Katanas and Tapu Lele's? Katana is kind of tempting because it can deal with the Lele, Polito, Garchomps, and even the Pheromosa well. I guess I should stick with my instincts here. Tapu Lele seems not a very good choice against 3 poison attackers. So this in this game, my plan is that to set up my trick rooms as soon as possible and switch with my Gigalith. But we shall see the Mug and Guardians coming out. First, 2 physical attackers, and I lead with my Organize and the Polygon 2. Intimidate fires off very easily. So the attack has risen by the Dano's ability. Yeah, I guess in the first turn he shall do something like Tectonic Rage onto the Arcanine and use a Knot Off onto the Polygon 2. So if that's the case, my Arcanine is not going to survive, but the Polygon with... yeah, I can do so. So Arcanine can leave the field gently. Yeah, but it still wants to fire off some Will Whips. It has the chance to do so. And we shall use the Trick Rooms here. So my Will Whips goes faster than the Garchomp. So Garchomp, yeah, still going to use the... yeah, there's an Adamant Garchomp, but losing the speed. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not sure if this set works or not, but I definitely not a fan of it. Anyway, Tectonic Rage knocks out my Arcanine as I expected, and we shall see a lot of. So the Trick Room startups very comfortably. Right, I guess it's the time to... yeah, Gigalith will be used. But why the Garchomp is so slow? That's one of my questions here. I don't know if his Garchomp is going to stay on the field, but Ice Beam into that slot is, yeah, going to work. Well, alright, just use a Rock Slide and an Ice Beam onto the Garchomp slot. But my opponent is withdrawing his Mug onto the Politoed. So Rock Slide connects. So I need to see if the Ice Beam knocks it out. It doesn't. But we do see the Poison Jab onto the Polygon 2. And poisoned. Alright. Indeed, that's kind of a strange situation here. I can just continue to attack with the Gigalith, but on the same time, I doubt it can survive a single hit from the Politoed. So anyway, I would just go for a... I don't want to... yeah, I don't want to do some risky play here. I'll just toss it onto the Politoed and hope the Rock Slide can do something else. So Rock Slide comes out. Yeah, the Garchomp is knocked out here. And its activating is Citrus Berries. So... any lucky flinching? Alright, no flinch. So we need to see the scores here. Barely lost it out, but the burn does hurts a lot. Alright. So this is tough here. My opponent has a burned muck. Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, he has a burned muck, poisoned Politoes, and I have a burned Gigalith and poisoned Polygon 2. So there are still 2 turns of Trick Rooms here. I can continue to use the Rock Slice here. And I shall do a recover. And luckily this poison is not the toxic one. But we do see the protect from the Politoes here. Rock Slice going to connect or not? And it does. So the Rock Slice still do a fair amount of damage onto the mark, indeed. So we shall see another knocked off here. So next turn is the last turn of Trick Rooms. Yeah. Yeah, luckily this Cantona is a Focus Ash variant, so I can make use of it. So if my opponent's last Pokemon is something like Marowak, that would be a very difficult situation. But if that's the Pheromosa, there is some kind, yeah, there is some chances. I'll just stay with the protects here. Now I just use a Leaf Blade instead. He will anticipate a protect maybe, and yeah, I do hope so. So Ice Beam comes out. So I do hope that he would double target onto my Polygon 2. So why am I always saying Politoed? So knocked off onto Polygon 2, critical hit, scores onto the Polygon 2, yeah, great. So Leaf Blade gives me an important beast boost here. So I might still have a chance. So it depends on which this last Pokemon is. So Pheromosa. Well, I don't think that, yes, I still need to chip damage on the Pheromosa to break the sash first. Maybe he would just go for the high jump kicks onto my Katana, so I can make use of that. I will go for the Ice Beam, recover. Ice Beam will do. Alright. Decisive time. Poison Jab. Okay. Then that's the problem. She would gain a Beast Boost on the attacks. So I need something like high jump kick, miss. Yeah, I shall maximize my chance by using another protect here. Yeah, I'll do so. No, protect fails, but my opponent is using Ice Beam. That doesn't matter at all because Cantana's kind of fragile because it's focus sash variant. If it's a assault vest variant, it may have stands a chance of staying alive after 2 moves here. Right, so here's the debuts of this team, and we shall see more featuring more battles from this team in the coming week. And yeah, please feel free to follow my channels. Yep, and we shall say goodbye here. Goodbye.